January 2021, Joyce Louis Pensler pleaded guilty to the aggravated assault and unaliving of her wife in 2018, Rosalind Lewis. Also on December 1st, 2023, she was convicted of unaliving her ex-girlfriend, Shondell McLean, in 2011 with the help of her wife, Rosalind, who she unalived in 2018. If you are confused, don't worry. I'm going to break the details of this case down for you. This is the case. If I can't have you, no one can twice on this episode of True Rainbow Crimes. I am your host, Jim Manella. On September 25th, 2011, Shondell McLean, Joyce's ex-girlfriend, was reported missing by her mom when she did not show up for work. As the authorities further investigated the case, they discovered that Shondell had recently ended her abusive relationship with Joyce. Joyce already had an arrest warrant out on her for threatening Shondell with a knife 2 months prior to her disappearance. 9 months before that, though, 9 months before Shondell's disappearance as well, she called 911 to report that Joyce was in her house without her permission and had taken all her furniture. So on the day where the mom reported her missing, some of the family members did go to her home to check on her, to do their own welfare check, I should say. But when they got there, they found that Shondell's house was dark and her car was missing. Now, that definitely piqued a suspicion that got everybody worried. So on September 29th, a few days later, from her mom reporting her missing, investigators did interview Joyce. When they asked her about her whereabouts around September 24th and the 25th, she said she was at home with her girlfriend at the time, which is Rosalind Lewis. She was her girlfriend at the time. She wasn't the wife yet. She claimed that she was at home with her, and she only left her home between those 2 days just to walk their dogs, and that was it. But see, the same day though, they were interviewing Joyce. The police actually found Shondell's car, located Shondell's car. Now in the back seat, they found a tarp and a spare tire, right? Investigators also noticed damage to the vehicle as well as mud on the tires and the trim of the car. Shondell's case, y'all, it went cold for almost 7 years. And then there was a person that came forward with some information, right? The person that came forward with some information was from an unlikely source. This unlikely source was Joyce's new girlfriend. So in 2018, remember Shondell was missing in 2011. 2018, Joyce's new girlfriend told detectives that Joyce told her about her rocky relationship with Shondell and admitted to her that she unalived her. She also went on to tell detectives that the unaliving of Shondell was planned over a 2 to 3 month period, and her now wife, Rosalind Lewis, hired an alleged hitman, and I say alleged hitman for a reason, because this alleged hitman was never apprehended. That Joyce couldn't. I think she was just trying to disassociate herself from the crime. So alleged hitman in this case to help with the unaliving of Shondell. So keep in mind, she said that Rosalind also was a part of this, the death of Shondell. All right. So this girlfriend also you know, stated to the police, not only did she admit it to the unaliving of Shondell, she also again called police again. Now keep this in mind, y'all, to let them know that Joyce was planning on unaliving her wife, Rosalind, as well, because she filed for divorce. Now we gonna go. I'm gonna go back to that, but we're gonna go back and stay on Shondell right now for a few moments. Once Joyce though was so okay, Joyce, right? She was apprehended. Okay, so the reason why I jumped to Rosalind, because this is what happened. Her new girlfriend at the time did call police, try to alert them that she was going to try to unalive Rosalind as well. A few days later, after the girlfriend alerted police that Joyce was talking about unaliving Rosalind, police responded to a motel where they found Rosalind, her wife now, suffering from 30 stab wounds. She told police that Joyce was the one that caused her injuries. Immediately, troopers and police are in search for Joyce, right? Joyce ended up leading the police on a high-speed chase, y'all, and where she was wounded by the police because she pointed her gun at them and shot at them. Took one shot at the police. So of course, you shoot at the police, they're gonna return some rounds. So Joyce was hit. After that, she was transported to an ambulance. Well, not transported by ambulance. I'm sorry. And took into the hospital. Days later, she was interviewed on her recovery bed by investigators. After she recovered from her wounds, they did take her to Rockdale County Jail, where she stayed. Okay, now we're gonna kind of bounce back, right? So remember, the new girlfriend, well, her girlfriend at the time that she unalived Rosalind, remember that she let them know that she admitted to the unaliving of Shondell, right? So we know that now investigators definitely asked her questions about that after she was arrested. She admitted to it. She pled guilty. She also told detectives herself that she did kidnap and unalive Shondell, held her captive for a couple of days. And the reason why she held her captive for a couple of days, well, she said this alleged hitman and Rosalind held her captive for a couple of days to give them time to dig a hole for her body. Now, how sick is that? Okay. She told investigators that she had buried her in some mountains, Arabia Mountains. But unfortunately, even with extensive search and the cops searching, and they were searching for around the area and the perimeter of where Joyce said that she had buried Shondell's body, unfortunately, Shondell's body has not been recovered to this day. And so she admitted to all of that once she was arrested, after she had stabbed Rosalind. But also, unfortunately, Rosalind has succumbed to her stab wounds as well, which then again put Joyce in the hot seat. This is her second time unaliving an intimate partner of hers, soon to be ex-wife. So With that being said, in January 2021, Joyce did plead guilty, like I stated, and she had received a life sentence at that time for unaliving Rosalind. Just as recently as I think January 2023, she was then sentenced to life without the possibility of parole for the unaliving of Shondell. So now she's sitting in prison for the rest of her life. She's never getting out. I feel like that's where she belongs, because as you see the title, if I can't have you, nobody else can twice. I feel like, and I could be wrong, so I'm just the piece I'm about to give my opinion. So here we go. First, I want to start off with my condolences go out to the family of Rosalind and Shondell. May they rest in peace. As I see this, this is like a pattern to me. I feel like this woman had a abusive pattern with her girlfriends. I also want to go ahead and thank the last girlfriend. They never named her name, but the last girlfriend for just stepping up and giving investigators the lead to let them know what happened to Shondell, or else I feel like this case would have went cold. And even though she was suspected, I don't think she would have been punished for the crime. You get what I'm saying? Also, let's go on with this. I'm not 100%. I know I don't believe the hitman was involved with Shondell's murder, and I'm not 100% I believe that Rosalind was involved in the murder of Shondell. That's my opinion. I could be wrong, but I'm not 100% sold on that. I really think that Joyce acted alone because she had a pattern of abuse with both of these women. Let's just make that clear. She was just an abusive partner in general. So that's my thoughts on that about Joyce. Again, like I said, I feel like she's where she belongs. Life in prison without parole. Because the scary part to that, I feel also as well, the last girlfriend, I feel like if she would have ticked Rosalind off or tried to leave her, because it seemed like every time her partners try to leave her, she unalive them. I strongly really feel that new girlfriend would have been unalived if she ever wanted to leave. I feel like maybe the girlfriend, that's why she came forward and told investigators what they needed to know, because she might have been fearing and going through an abusive relationship with Joyce as well. So she kind of probably felt like if I give them what they need, the piece of the puzzle they need, she'll go away for life and she can get out of that situation, abusive situation. And again, these are my thoughts. These are my opinions. Don't mean this is not facts. These are just my opinions about the case. And also, one last thing. If you are in a DV situation and you're trying to get out or you need help or anything of that nature, in my description of this video, I will definitely link the hotline number. Please get help. Do not stay in abusive relationships, DV relationships. Please get help. I will link the link to the website and also the phone number in the description box of this video. And I am your host. That's my thoughts. I am your host, Geminella. Until next time on True Rainbow Crimes, where we talk about only LGBT true rainbow crimes, y'all. And I'm out.